And now we have this wonderful cucumbers plants. We had a good storm last night, and I tucked these all in there because I thought they were gonna get all blown all over everything. I'm having a little problem here. I have to teach these guys how to grow like that. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. As you can see, I got a bee flying around me. I don't think he's gonna hurt me though. Bees are our friends. They're pollinators. Look at this one. This one has a mind of its own. It wants to grow over that way. Oh, I just lost a blossom, a flower. Too bad. That was one cucumber down the drain then. This one's going great guns too. Hey, look at this. Yeah, that's really looking good. This zucchini is coming back to life. This one's gone completely. These leaves have gotten really big. Wow. And there's a patty pan right there. I don't know if you can see it. It's the only one we've got growing so far. Oh, there's a flower. It looks like it's turning into a patty pan right there. And there happens to be a bee right there too. He wants to take care of business, it looks like. So, keep going, Mr. Bee. You're my friend. And the potatoes, huh? Right. Pretty soon be picking those. This is an acorn squash. See what happens with that, and then I think pretty well that these are all died off now. I thought I could save them. But the leaves look bad, and if there's any roots coming out of it, then I'll put them in the soil. But I don't, yeah, you know, maybe I will. I'll put it in some dirt, see what happens. And up here we have some more black zucchini growing. This plant, I don't know if this was one of the originals. It can't be. I think this is one of the transplants. Has got a nice flower on it. There's our friend the bee. He's going crazy. It looks like one of those ground bees. It doesn't look like a honeybee at all. It looks like a ground bee. I hope I don't step on the nest one of these days. But anyhow, that's how this is turning out. These are the seeds that I planted last week, and they're doing good. Look at this one. The beans are just coming out. Just starting to pop out. Look at that, huh? Isn't that groovy? Groovy. Just starting to pop out. Those are the beans. You can never have enough beans. And the Swiss chard back here, and then the onions. Nothing seems to be happening with the onions. Oh yeah, this one I'm starting to see something pop up. The onions are they're starting to pop up. The onions are. Swiss chard is popping up. Rutabagas are popping up. Everything's popping up. Bush squash is not popping up. Not at all. Over here we have some more rutabagas right here. Then kohlrabi's behind it. Back in there we have turnips and radishes and beets. And this is lettuce, and the lettuce is just starting to pop up. You can see that right there. Just starting to pop up. But the kohlrabi, we haven't had that in years. And the rutabaga, rutabaga back here. That's the rutabaga. Looks very similar to kohlrabi. So that ought to be neat. Here, look at how big the turnip plants are. They've gotten really big, I think, and I'm going to enjoy that. There's some more turnips in there, so they're about ready for transplant into the raised bed. Oh, there's another little bean popping up here, and there's another one. How about that? Look at them all. Oh man, they're just popping out. The heat of the day, you know, coming out. Lettuce is just coming up too. So everything's coming up. Everything's coming up. Okay, let's go take a look over here. I'm going to show you. Here are the cherry tomatoes we've been picking every day. We might get to 15 to 20 cherry tomatoes every day. We just picked yesterday before the storm came, and they're starting to get more and more getting red. And as you get taller and taller, we're getting more and more tomatoes, and we're getting more and more tomatoes, and we're getting more and more flowers. You can't beat that. Wow, but bumblebee almost got you on that one. And well, it looks like we got to come out here in a little bit. Maybe this afternoon these tomatoes will be ripe. These tomatoes in here are still green. We pulled a couple of these celebrity tomatoes out. They're kind of like movie stars, those celebrity movie stars, you know, and they kind of hide back there, you know, until they get really pretty and all their makeup is on and they turn nice and red, and then they come out. So for the camera. So yeah, celebrity tomatoes. And then here's the Roma tomatoes. We've picked a few of those already that are ready to eat. We're ready to make sauce out of. We got 2 of those. A lot of green ones. We got some time yet. Good growing season. And here we have some yellow peppers. They're sweet peppers, they're good. Kind of hard to see them. You'll see them better up here. And here's a brand of peppers, which they're called the monster peppers. That one doesn't look like a monster, but I'll tell you what, that one down there does, doesn't it? That's a big one. We've had a few of those already. And then back in here, these are the super sweets. They grow like crazy. I'm telling you, I'm gonna have to, the wind knocked that piece down back there. I'm gonna have to pick that up, maybe grab those peppers before the ants or whatever gets in there. These peppers are the holy molies. Yes, they are. Look at the size of that thing. Look at the size of those things, huh? Aren't they something? Yeah. There's one over on the other side. I don't know if you can see it. It's as long as my arm. Well, my forearm. And this is the last of that really good lettuce that's starting to flower, so it's time to break it off and plant some new ones. The eggplants are doing very well. I think there's 3 or 4 eggplants growing, and some blooms are still, or some flowers are still out there. Carrots have been picked through a couple of times now, so we should have some good carrots. The beets have been picked through, so the beets are getting bigger. More and more carrots. Let's see if I can show you that one pepper. Look at this. Look at how long that guy is, huh? So what I'm planning on doing is just letting them grow as long as they want to grow, and hopefully get a little bit wider. Man, if they get as wide as I want them to get, I'll be able to put a whole turkey inside of it and stuff them with a turkey. Yeah, that'll be cool. Yeah. But, you know, as much as we watch this thing and try to keep the animals out, the animals do get in, see? And they've got into our tomatoes. And when we were picking tomatoes just a little while ago, yesterday, we found these laying on the ground. So something's in there pulling them off and doing its thing. I have to get in there. There's a Roma down on the ground. I got to get that out of there. So that's pretty much it. Look how tall that thing is. Stretched out all the way to the top. It's about 7 foot tall. That's amazing, isn't it? And then this is that large pepper that Trace gave me. What was it called? I can't remember. It was called the Mammoth Jalapeno. It's only got 1 on there. I thought there was more than 1. And there aren't any more flowers. That's the only, it's just growing 1. Oh, there's some peppers on top starting. So hopefully we'll get more than 4 out of that one plant. And look at this. These mucho nacho peppers, they keep growing and growing and growing. I'm telling you. Look at the flowers. The flowers are on these things. And look at how big they are. For a little tiny plant, look at how big that is. So, turn the camera around here so you can see this. You know, maybe can I tilt you up? Yeah, I'll tilt you up. Look at that. Isn't that something, huh? Here, I have the screen here, but now they're starting to turn really dark, so it might be about time to pick them. So new crops. This one's almost black, so time to pick these guys, and hopefully we'll get some more flowers on that. This is that tomato plant that I saved that came off that broken branch. Stuck it in the dirt, and look at how it's growing along with the pepper plant also. And those are the leeks. I don't know what's going on with leeks at all. We never grew them. So that's pretty much it. That's how the garden's growing around here. I got some potatoes up there on the porch too, growing, but nothing to see. It's just dirt, not even anything coming out of them yet. But so that's what we've got going out here. Mom's got a few plants growing in there. We got some lettuce back there that we can harvest soon, and we have some tomatoes, I mean not tomatoes, but some more zucchini there that's going to be growing soon. A lot of the flowers. Oh, over there's a nice zucchini plant and a cucumber plant. We get both out of that one. And then over here we have the Swiss chard, so looking forward to that. So that's pretty much it. Today what I'm going to do, since so many people asked me about that recipe for the eggshells, and they asked me how to do that. Well, I'm going to do that today. I'm going to show you a couple of different ways, I guess, on how to do the eggshells and vinegar. So let's go in the house now.